Hey guys, it's Abby. Welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to talk to you guys about some items that I have purchased that have actually saved me money. But before I get into the video, I want to say two things. Well, one thing really. Sorry for any noise. They're currently replacing the roof on our apartment, which kudos on me for choosing today to film, but whatever. And then I also have the air conditioner on because it is a little warm, so you might be able to hear that in the background, and if you can, I apologize. But anyways, so these are just some different items that I have purchased or have been gifted to me that I think help me save money, and I'm going to explain to you why. So most of these are kitchen items, but then there's a handful of other items as well. So without further ado, let's get into it. So the first item I have on my list are these fruit keepers. These are made by Rubbermaid, and I believe they're called, that's disgusting, it's like stained. But anyway, these are called the Rubbermaid Freshworks. They come in a bunch of different sizes, and I use these to store fresh produce. Usually I put berries in here, or cherries, grapes, things like that. What's funny is I haven't had very good luck with that, with salad in these, but what these do is these actually keep your produce fresher longer. And I have definitely noticed a substantial increase in the longevity of especially things like berries, things that tend to go bad very, very quickly when I put them in here. I don't know exactly how it works. I just know that they do. And I also will put fruit in here that isn't necessarily that's going to have an issue with going bad quickly, like grapes. But if it's something that's in a bag and I don't want them to fall out of the bag and run rampant all over the bottom of my fridge, these work great for that. And obviously, because I get a lot more life in my produce, I'm obviously not throwing it away. So I have loved having those, and I will link everything that I talk about down below, by the way. So the next thing is a crock pot. So I feel like a lot of people, especially people that that talk about money, but pretty much anybody in general has a crock pot, and if you don't, you should get one. They're great for super busy, stressful work days or school days. I used mine all the time when I was in college. I work full-time and I use it all the time now, especially on days when I know I'm either going to be at the office late or I'm just going to have a very, very long, stressful day. Even if I'm getting home at my normal time and I don't want to cook when I get home, I can throw a meal in, and it takes me 5 minutes to prep it the night before or in the morning when I get ready to leave for work, and it's ready by the time I get home. And so it saves me a lot of time, but it also saves me money because then I'm not going to buy fast food or go buy a pizza or something like that if I just take 5 minutes. The next thing is something in a similar vein, and that is a coffee pot with a timer. So this saves me money how? It saves me money because I already have coffee brewed. I don't have to sit around. I don't have to wait for it to brew when I get up in the morning. And so I'm not running to Starbucks or something like that. So it saves me money, right? And it does save me some time because my coffee's already brewed and I'm not going to Starbucks. I mean, let's be real here. I personally treat Starbucks as a treat. It's not something that I get all the time. I actually have my own iced coffee here today, and I'm actually going to take a sip. It's not bad. I'm trying it. I only put coffee creamer in my iced coffee. This is totally tangential to the video, but whatever. And I have a cookies and cream one because I saw a thing about Oreo creamer and I never was able to find it. So anyway, it's pretty good. Anyway, so it obviously saves me a lot of money because then I'm not going to Starbucks or whatever, and it saves me time because, let's be real, I need coffee to get anything done. It makes me more productive. Alright, so my next thing is just having a lot of different small containers, plastic or glass, for packing lunches. So I have tons of plastic dishes that I use for cold, for snacks that are not, anything that's not going to get microwaved. That's really when BPA is an issue, is if you're microwaving something or if it's getting hot. So all of our hot stuff and even some of our cold stuff goes in Pyrex. But having just a bunch of different dishes and a bunch of different sizes that I know will fit in our lunch boxes saves me a ton of money. Why? Because I'm not buying lunch, right? I've been working full-time for over 2 years, and I have purchased my lunch 4 times. And one of those times was a going away lunch for someone. One of those times was a lunch with the other people on my team, and the other 2 were lunch dates with friends. So if I can say confidently that I've purchased lunch 4 times in the past 2 years of working full-time, that system works pretty well. And having lots of small dishes and having lots of dishes helps with that, because then I can pack or prepare 2 or 3 days worth of lunches at a time, and then I just have to grab them and put them in my lunch bag, which also then saves me time. And then the last thing that's sort of like kitchen-y is this. So this is, I talked about this in my last favorites video, and I'll put it in throw it up in a card up here. And this is a imitation, it's Outdoor Adventures, or Ozark Trail is the name of the Walmart brand, Walmart outdoor brand. And so this is an imitation Yeti cup. How does this save me money? I can take a cold or a hot beverage with me when I leave to go somewhere, and then I'm not going to buy a drink. Like, I'm not going to go to Sonic to get a drink at happy hour, or go to McDonald's to get a drink or something like that. So it saves me a lot of money because I can take a cold beverage with me and I know it's going to stay cold. Like in 100-degree heat in my car, there's still ice in here when I get out of the store. So that has been really, really awesome. So then we're moving out of the like kitchen realm and just into some other items that I use in my everyday life that have helped save me money. So the first one we're talking about is this. So I also talked about these in my last favorites video, which again will be linked up in a card up here. And these are what do they call them? The Smart something, but these are from Ulta. They're makeup removing cloths. And how does this save me money? The only thing I need on this is water to get my makeup off. And it takes off bright colored lipstick or lip gloss. It takes off my eyeshadow. It takes off everything. I've never had an issue with it not taking off my makeup. And so I don't have to buy a cleanser. I don't have to buy makeup remover wipes, because makeup remover wipes get really, really expensive. This is a one-time, well, I mean, not one-time, because obviously it's going to wear out, but this was a semi-one-time purchase, and it's something that it's an initial outlay of $10, and that's it. It's $10 for 2 of them. You can pay up to $10, heck, for even more for makeup wipes if you're buying like super expensive ones. But even if you're just buying cheaper ones, it's still, makeup wipes add up very, very quickly. So saves me a lot of money. Okay, the next thing I'm going to talk about is something that it's a little bit harder for me because I want this, and that is a functional phone case as opposed to a pretty phone case. So I actually have an OtterBox. On my previous phone, I did not have an OtterBox. I went through multiple cases on that phone, and I dropped my phone a lot. I mean, I've dropped this one a lot too, and I had some issues with it because I dropped it, right? Getting a phone case that is functional rather than one that's cute and pretty just because it's cute and pretty is going to last you a lot longer, because you're not going to have to replace the case nearly as often, because I've had this on my phone for over a year. And my phone is in basically perfect condition. I mean, look at that. You know, I don't have any cracks. My screen hasn't broken, and I've dropped this a ton, you guys. So I haven't had any issues with that. And my phone still works fine, and I haven't had to replace the case either. I replaced my case quite a bit on my other phone. And so investing in a case, it's a little more expensive, but you're only going to have to buy it one time, and it will for sure last the lifetime of the phone. So getting a functional phone case as opposed to a cute phone case. And then my last 2 things kind of go together, and I think I'm going to get some crap about it, but hear me out. The first one is buying an expensive handbag. As you guys know, I have an affinity for expensive purses. I have 3 Michael Kors bags, and I have a couple other higher end bags as well. And I'm not saying that you need to go out and spend $300. This purse was $300. I'm not saying you need to go out and spend $300. But I would like to point out that yes, this purse was $300. It's got something sticky on it, and it's got a couple places where a little bit of the piping is gone. But I've had this purse for 4 years. I got this purse for my 20th birthday, and I'm 24. I carried it literally every single day for an entire year, and it's still in incredible condition. There's a little bit of the finish is missing on this hardware, but other than that, it's incredible condition. So even if I just carried it for the year and I didn't carry it after that, that still works out to a substantially less than $1 per use, right? And I've carried it multiple times since then for months at a time, and it's still in great shape. And I'm not saying that, again, I'm not saying that you need to go out and buy a $300 bag, but if you go spend, you can even spend $30 or $40 at somewhere like Burlington or TJ Maxx or Marshall's and get a nice bag, and you would pay something at this point at Target, you're going to pay $30 to $40 a bag. And I can guarantee you that if you put that $30 to $40 toward a more expensive bag, if you get like maybe say a $70 bag, it's most likely going to last you longer. I'm not saying that that's always the case, because obviously There are times when you can spend $10 and get an incredible purse that lasts you forever, or you can spend $150 and you get a purse that falls apart after you've worn it 2 times. Sometimes that happens, but overall, with handbags especially, you get what you pay for. So if you're willing to invest a little more, you're not going to have to buy bags nearly as often. Also, if you're not a purse carrier, then you're good. And the second one is in that same vein, and that is getting an expensive watch. So I currently have a smartwatch, but I still have the watch that I wore previously. But I had, I don't know, 7 or 8 Walmart watches, or $10 Target, Walmart, whatever, watches, and they kept breaking, right? And so I decided to get, when I got my first internship, my junior year of college, I decided that I was going to get myself a present because I got this job. And I bought myself a Michael Kors watch, okay? It was $150, which actually isn't that bad for a nice timepiece. It's really not, especially for something classic and timeless. And it's something that I wore every day, and I wore it every day from the time I bought it until I got this one. So for over 3 years, I wore that watch every single day. The only issue I had with it was the battery dying. That was it, and that's standard. And I took it to a jeweler and paid them $10, and they put a new battery in it. So that's, again, I feel like with both handbags and watches, you're going to get what you pay for. So if you're willing to put in a little more money from the get-go, it's actually going to save you money because you're not going to have to be replacing it every, 4 months or whatever. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's all I have for you today. Pardon me. So if you have any things that you have purchased that has saved you money, please comment them down below. I'm very interested. I'm always interested in finding more ways to save money. I'm sure you guys know that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!